In this video, we want to look at complex exponential. If we have cos 80 degrees plus I sine 80 degrees, I is what makes it a complex number, which means imaginary, multiplied by cos 40 degrees plus I sine 40 degrees. Now, what we need to do is we can use the Mover theorem. The Mover theorem. If we're to use the Mover theorem, what we have is that cos will bring out cos 80. Over here we have 40, so we say 80 plus 40. That's for plus I sine. We have 80 here, we have 40 here. 80 plus 40. So we're going to have that cos here we have 120 degrees plus I sine 120 degrees. So this we have solved it, or we can put it to the Mover. Cos and sine are written as exponential, so we write I, which is imaginary. If we convert 120 degrees using that pi is 180, if pi is 180, then what will give us 120? If we make x subject of the formula, x becomes 120 pi over 180. And when we resolve that, we're going to have 2 here. 60 will get 2. 60 will give us 3. So we'll have 2 over 3 pi. So here our answer will be EI 2 over 3 pi. We've written it as a complex exponential. For the second question, we have 2 cos 80 degrees plus I sine 80 degrees multiply out with 3 into cos 70 degrees plus I sine 70 degrees. The only difference here between this and the first one, so it will give us 2 times 3, which is 2 times 3. Then we can now do what we did for the very first one, which is cos 80 plus 70 plus I sine 80 plus 70. So this gives us 6. Then here gives us 150 degrees plus I sine 150 degrees. So if we're to convert 150 degrees, 150 will give us 5 pi over 6. So we'll have that 6, that is R, sees 150 degrees, which is 6 exponential I 5 over 6 pi. 150 is the same thing as 5 over 6 pi in radian. So if we have another example, let's say 2 into let's say cos 15 degrees, maybe plus I sine 15 degrees raised to power 4. Let's see if we resolve this. What we are going to do is we say 2 raised to the power 4, because this power is for all of them, raised to power 4. But then for the angles, we will say 4 times the angle plus I sine 4 times the angle. So if we have 2 raised to power 4, that's 16. We now have 4 times 15 is going to give us 60 plus I sine 60 degrees. And we know that if we are to convert, that is 16 sees 60 degrees. If we are to convert 60 degrees to radian is pi over 3. because 1 pi is 180. Therefore, if we convert, that's 180 into 3 gives us 60. So let's look at this question now. It says 2 cos 20 degrees plus I sine 20 degrees all raised to power 3. Now 5 multiply by 5 into cos 30 degrees plus I sine 30 degrees all raised to power 4. What we normally do, we still get 2 raised to power 3 into cos 20 raised to power the degrees plus 3 times 20. Let's do that again. 2 raised to power 3 into cos 3 times 20 plus I sine 3 times 20. That's for this. And here we have 5 raised to power 4 into cos 4 times 30 plus I sine 4 times 30. So that's a 2 raised to power 3 gives us 8. Now 3 times 20 will give us 60. So we have cos 60 plus I sine 60. That's on this part. On this other part, we have 5 raised to power 4, which will give us about 625. So 625, and then we have cos 30 into 4 gives us 120. Cos 120 plus I sine 120. So once we have this, remember what we still do, we multiply those that are outside, so which is 8 into 625. Then cos, we'll go to cos. So cos 60 plus 120. Then plus I sine. Sine goes to sine. 60 plus 120. So 6 times 625 gives us 5,000. Then 120 plus 60 gives you 180. 180. So now that we've gotten this, if we want to reduce its short form, we have 5,000 sees 180 degrees. So if we put it in exponential, remember that pi is 180. So we can simply say 5,000 exponential I pi. Now, in a situation where we have a question like this, all we need to do is divide this and this. And if we divide this and this, we're going to have 2. So here becomes 2. 64 divided by 32 gives you 2. Then collect like terms for cos. This is as a denominator. Once it comes up, it becomes minus. So we'll have 135 minus 105 plus I sine 135 minus 105. So we have 2 into, if we have 135 minus this, we're going to get 30. So we have 30, cos 30 degrees plus I sine 30 degrees is equal to 2 6 pi over 6, because if we convert 30 to this is pi over 6. So if we put it in exponential, which is ei pi over 6. Subscribe to my channel after watching. Thank you.